Continuing our reading in Poppy's Return by Avi, this episode is Chapter 22, Poppy at Gray House. Poppy, standing next to Lungwort on the front porch, with Sweet Cicely and Lily close behind, looked out over the milling crowd of mice. Wishing she knew where Junior was, Poppy made a movement to leave the porch, only to be restrained by Lungwort.
I need to make a speech, said Lungwort, and you need to be here.
What sort of speech? Said Poppy.
I'm going to announce that you are about to become the new leader of our family.
Papa, please. I never said I would. I don't want to be. I don't live here. I have a family elsewhere. I'm going back home soon.
Nonsense,
said Lungwort.
We'll work out the details later. I need to inform everybody that you're going to deal with the bulldozer.
Papa, I told you I don't know what to do. Lily, who was standing right behind her, whispered, Poppy, please, don't argue with him. He'll only get upset. It will upset me a lot more, returned Poppy. Poppy, Sweet Cicely added, you know your papa always does what is best for everyone. But can't you, said Lily, show a little respect? Poppy tried to remember where she had heard that phrase before, but mice were now clustering all around on the porch, and she did not want to argue in front of them, so she stayed put. Lungwort went toward his regular speech-making place, an old straw hat. He tried to climb it on his own, but found the going difficult. It was Lily and Sweet Cicely who rushed forward, pushing from below. They helped the old mouse ease into the hat's crown. Once there, Lungwort coughed twice, tapped his thimble cap down over his head, pushing his ears out a little more, cleared his throat, stroked his whiskers, and began.
My fellow mice, as I strive to maintain our superior style of life while resisting change, you know I always have your best interests at heart. Alas, we Gray House mice are now facing a grave crisis, indicated by the presence of yonder yellow machine of mass destruction. We are all in imminent danger. However, considering all aspects of the problem, I have decided to let my daughter Poppy solve the problem. You are aware, I'm sure, of Poppy's many talents and achievements. In this, she is certainly my daughter. Still, I can assure you, I will not, of course, entirely withdraw into retirement, but shall provide Poppy with excellent advice and suggestions, etc., based upon my many years of experience, so she will be able to do the hard job.
There were cheers from the mice, as well as cries of, Thank goodness! Well, it's about time. Change is what we need.
Hooray for Poppy!
Lungwort held up a paw to still the crowd.
Now,
he resumed after a bit of a wheeze,
once Poppy has accomplished this immediate task, making our happy family home safe again, I wish to take the opportunity to retire into my boot's toe and let Poppy assume the thimble of family leadership, which I have worn with such humble dignity.
As a murmur of approval went through the crowd, Lungwort held up a paw.
No,
the old mouse went on.
A little change is inevitable, but only a little. Now then, in days to come, Poppy may well call upon you for assistance. I hereby request that you not stint in your support of her. Very well. I shall now ask Poppy to say a few words.
Poppy, blushing, stepped forward. Hooray for Poppy! Someone cried out. That was followed by lots of others shouting much the same thing. Poppy felt like an imposter. She did not plan to become head of the family, and she truly did not know what to do about the bulldozer. While she was happy, despite the current confusion, that she had come to visit, she certainly had no intention of staying. And right now she needed to get to Junior. Even so, she took another moment to look out at the upturned faces, the pink noses, bright eyes, delicate whiskers, and large ears of her family. Gradually, she noticed that one of the mice standing before her had bright red fur. Never before having seen such an oddly colored mouse, she stared. Perhaps the poor creature had a disease. Then she gasped. It was Junior. He was grinning. Then the thought came, he's going to belch. Hooray for Poppy! A small voice called, jarring Poppy back to her senses. She was just standing there, and all the mice still waited for her to say something. Thank you all, she began. It's very nice to come home for a visit. I'm afraid my father exaggerated when he listed all those things he wished me to do, but while I'm here, though my visit will be brief, I'll certainly try to be helpful. For the moment, I just want to say hello to all of you. And that's my child over there, she said, pointing at Junior. The red one? He's happy to be here too. All eyes turned to Junior. Not knowing where to turn, he did a half shrug while offering up a sly smile. We both thank you, Poppy concluded. There was a round of applause as Poppy came down off the steps, ignoring her father's cries of, Poppy, we must confer right now. She made her way through the crowd toward Junior. As she passed among the mice, she was patted again and again, while a variety of mice called, Thanks for coming, Poppy. Oh, sure great to have you back, Poppy. We need you, Poppy. You'll solve everything, Poppy. Poppy, hearing the remarks, wondered if they would have so much confidence in her if they knew she couldn't keep track of the whereabouts or the color of her own son. And that's the end of chapter 22.